In the Caribbean, tension is reaching a breaking point. Britain cuts off US intelligence ties over unlawful strikes. Venezuela mobilizes its military as American warships close in. Allies are fracturing, fleets are moving, and a new front may be forming on the waves. The United Kingdom has halted intelligence sharing with the United States on suspected drug trafficking vessels in the Caribbean. According to a report by CNN, British officials fear that intelligence provided to Washington could be used for lethal strikes they believe violate international law. For years, the UK assisted the US Coast Guard in tracking and boarding suspected smuggling boats. But since September, when the US military began targeting these vessels, the UK suspended its cooperation. Pentagon officials declined to comment on intelligence matters. The United Nations Human Rights Chief has described the strikes as unlawful killings, a view British officials reportedly share. Canada, another long-standing partner in regional anti-drug operations, has also clarified that its cooperation with the US Coast Guard remains separate from the military campaign. A spokesperson for Canada's Defence Ministry emphasised the distinction last month.
It is important to note that Canadian Armed Forces activities under Operation Caribbean, conducted in coordination with the United States Coast Guard, are separate and distinct.
Colombian President Gustavo Petro announced that his country, too, has suspended intelligence sharing with Washington until the strikes end, stressing that drug enforcement must respect human rights across the Caribbean.
Issue the order to all levels of the Public Security Forces intelligence to suspend the sending of communications and other dealings with U.S. security agencies. Such a measure will be maintained as long as the missile attack on boats in the Caribbean persists. The fight against drugs must be subordinated to the human rights of the Caribbean people.
Meanwhile, Venezuela has announced a large-scale mobilization of troops, weapons, and equipment in response to the growing US military presence in the Caribbean. Defense Minister Vladimir Padrino Lopez said the nationwide exercises, ordered by President Nicolás Maduro, aim to strengthen command and communication systems across land, air, and naval forces. The Bolivarian militia, a civilian reserve force created under former President Hugo Chavez, is also taking part.
Somos amantes de la paz.
We are lovers of peace. We deeply love peace. We do not want war either here or anywhere in the world. But if they come to touch Venezuela, well, they will find us here, walk through the streets, walk through the barracks, walk through the communes, walk through the communal militia units, and there you will see a people determined to defend this homeland to the death. So, well, there is a unanimous global rejection against imperialist aggression and against the United States' intention to remain as the world's hegemon, as the world's police, and we here in Venezuela remain firm with the Bolivarian ideals of independence, freedom, and full sovereignty for our people.
The drills coincide with the arrival of the US aircraft carrier, USS Gerald R. and its strike group in the region, bringing thousands of sailors and advanced air and naval assets. Washington says the buildup is focused on countering drug trafficking, though Caracas sees it as a threat to its sovereignty. On November 11th, Maduro signed a new national defense law creating integral defense commands to coordinate civilian and military efforts. He called for readiness to defend Venezuela by all means as part of his Independence Plan 200 strategy.
As of this moment, by signing this law, all integral defense commands that bring together all public institutions of the Venezuelan state, the military institution, and all popular power must be activated at dawn today. So, by signing, the order must be activated for the integral defense commands to be established, structured, and put to work to be prepared. If we, as a republic, as a people, must go to armed struggle to defend this sacred heritage of the liberators, we must be ready to win, to triumph through the path of patriotism and courage. So, I proceed to sign and execute the law for the creation of National Integral Defense Commands. Signed, approved, and ratified today, Tuesday, November 11th, 2025. And I say with the whole country, peace, peace, peace. We want peace. We will have it. Facing maximum pressure, maximum preparation. Execute this law immediately.
State media broadcast images of exercises underway in several regions, reflecting Caracas's effort to project unity and deterrence amid rising tension with Washington.